Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ryan Zelinsky.
and today the Cubs stomped on the Brewers 10-3 in the rubber match. We were in attendance and was a lot of fun. Ryan, what were your takeaways and thoughts from the ball game today?
Well, today they did what they haven't these last two games. They showed had a good start. They hit the ball finally. No errors, so that's good too. And all around a great ball game.
Yeah, for sure, a great game to attend as well. We're now 1-0 in Milwaukee, so I guess that means we just have to go to Milwaukee for the rest of the games.
I guess so. I guess we gotta go to all six next year, all eight or whatever it is.
Yeah. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Mark's Card Shop. Today's show is brought to you by Mark's Card Shop. Thank you for sponsoring today's show. Go check them out at markscardshop.com. And I also want to give a thank you guys for surpassing 200 followers on TikTok. You guys are real fans, and I want to thank you guys for the follows on TikTok and surpassing the 200 mark.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
So we'll get into today's ball game recap. The Cubs win this 10-3. They moved to 63-45 in the standings. They are now one game back of Milwaukee for the division lead, and they have a 3.5 game lead in the wild card. The Cubs are sitting at a pretty good spot going into the trade deadline, I would say, and the Cubs can make up a game within the Brewers very soon.
Hopefully this weekend, yeah. I believe the win yesterday, so the head-to-head is tied, and then it goes to intra-division record. The Cubs, I believe, have a better division record than Milwaukee right now. I could be wrong, but what I checked on the MLB website was that they do. So I believe they right now hold the tiebreaker on Milwaukee.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really matter much as of right now because the Cubs have a 5 game series with the Brewers coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That
so
will
so
be
you,
determined there.
yeah, so you're not going to tie a five-game series, right? So that'll break up the head-to-head right there.
Yeah, so we'll get into the recap. So the Cubs win this game 10-3. We'll start off on the first pitch. Freddie Peralta serves up a fastball right down the middle, and Michael Bush turns on this one and kills it. 109 miles an hour, 388 feet, his 21st bomb on the year. Just being in attendance, how hype were you when this happened?
So we had not gotten to our seats yet. I don't know if you saw it. I know you went to get food, and I was just kind of standing on the railing, kind of looking like this. And he first pitch bomb. And I mean, the stadium was electric. I was going crazy. I was next to a couple Cubs fans, gave them some high fives. I mean, I don't think you could really start a game any better than that. It was electric. The stadium went nuts, and yeah, I mean, it really. I was really fired up.
To my defense, at Wrigley you don't get to watch bullpens, so I was pumped to watch Shota Imanaga's bullpen. And if you guys watch the vlog, I was literally right on the railing, like almost even with the mound. So that was super cool to watch.
Yeah, I was like, so you were there, and I was like probably like five seats down, like in the middle of Shota. So I saw the good view, but you were right on top of Shota.
Yeah, it was super cool. Go check out the vlog and our Instagram for some extra content. And then Kyle Tucker with a 5 pitch walk. And then Seiya Suzuki strikes out on a foul tip. This ball was a changeup inside. Then PCA hits a single on a line drive to Freelick. This ball just kept going and it kind of sunk in for a knock. And then Carson Kelly popped out to Andrew Vaughn in foul territory. And then Nico Horner strikes out. One thing I do want to say right now in the Steven Matz trade, the St. Louis Cardinals just acquired Blaze Jordan. I don't know if you guys know this kid, but this was the kid in high school who was, I think, ranked #1 player, and he just hits nukes. So that's a very good return for the Cardinals. Sorry, I just got the passing notification. Just wanted to bring that up. So in the bottom of the first inning, Shota Minaga strikes out Freelick and Collins, and then William Contreras hits a home run. This ball was hit 105 miles an hour, 371 feet. This was his seventh bomb on the year. Just kind of a line drive that kept going, honestly. I wasn't too worried about it. And then he strikes out Yelich. Top of the second inning, Moises Ballesteros hits a ball opposite field. He almost beat it out to third base, but he was out. And then Dansby smokes one to center field, 90 miles an hour, but it's right to Perkins. And then Matt Shaw strikes out, looking at a curveball low. In the bottom of the second, Andrew Vaughn hits a leadoff single to Suzuki. This was another ball that was smoked. Durbin pops out. Terang bunts and he pops out. It was a really nice play from Matty Shaw. He charges and makes the play. And then Shota struck out Perkins on a foul tip. Do you want to note Shota had 8 strikeouts today? I think that was his season high and might have been his career high. I'm not sure. Top of the third, Michael Bush flies out to Collins, just right to him. Tuck hits a single on a line drive to Perkins. This ball was hit 104. It was smoked. Seiya Suzuki walks on 5 pitches, and then PCA hits a double. This ball was hit to Terang. It deflected off his glove and just kind of was in the middle of him and Frelick. PCA legs this out to second base. Um, Tuck scores, and then Seiya advances to third. The Cubs take a 2-1 lead and have 2 runners on with 1 out. Great job there from PCA, his 29th double on the year. Carson Kelly hits the ball to Andrew Vaughn. The infield was in. Vaughn goes 4, gets the out at home. Nico Horner walks, and then you got a 2-strike count, 1-2 count on Mo Baller, bases loaded, an outside changeup. Mo Baller takes this ball into the gap for a 3-run double. I think this was the swing of the year and might have changed the momentum and the trajectory of the entire season. How big of a swing was this for Mo Baller?
I mean, I don't think I've ever been this hype over like a Cubs play in like a long time. Like, I mean, I was going nuts. I mean, I took a video. You might hear me in the background. I was screaming. Like the fact that up there 2 strikes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love Mo Baller, I was like, I don't know, 2 strikes. Like I don't think he's gonna get the job done right now. Goes the other way, rips it into the gap. I mean, like you said, this really. I mean, if they don't get that 3-run double, it's still 2-1. Who knows how the Brewers play the end of it? Maybe they lose this game and they get swept. The momentum's down. I mean, yeah, this changed the trajectory of a lot of things, and I was so hyped for Mo Baller to get this done. I believe this was his first career RBI. Um, or did he had one
It's
in
3 in the White Sox series.
that's right. That's my bad. Yeah, but yeah, it was unbelievable. Crowd was electric. It was amazing to experience.
Yeah, that was the biggest hit in his career by far in the short career. And it was just huge there against Freddie Peralta, who's one of the best pitchers in the game on a 2-strike count. Take ball into the gap. Another thing I want to note, the heart and soul of this team, Nico Horner, from first base, scores on a ball that was hit 93 miles an hour into the gap. Wasn't a
Didn't
very hard
even
hit ball.
didn't even hit the wall. Yeah.
No. And Nico Horner scores from first. He's the heart and soul of this team and just one of the oh my god. The Mariners just got Eugenio Suarez.
No, no, you're lying. Say your line. Say your line. Say your line. Say your line. No, dude. Oh my god. Well, live reaction, guys. You're seeing our live reaction. Um, this is
Horrible.
this is bad, guys. This is really bad.
Uh, let's take a moment in silence as we're admiring Mo Baller's double and Nico's hustle.
You guys are seeing our live reaction to this. I'm defeated.
I
I was so happy for the win today, and I'm now defeated.
I really thought we were gonna end up with Eugenio Suarez, and the Cubs just lose out on another guy. I mean, what is Jed Hoyer gonna do? He's just
I don't
sitting in
know.
his chair, admiring his money. Make a goddamn trade for Christ's sakes. That's terrible. The one position you need to upgrade. The Cubs were the front runner for him. Just brutal.
This is
Absolutely
bad.
brutal.
This is bad.
The one year, maybe your only year you get with Kyle Tucker, and you're just gonna, oh, I'll pass up on 2 closers. Oh, I'll pass up on Eugenio Suarez. Make a move, Jed. Come on. Unless we somehow get Mackenzie Gore or Joe Ryan tomorrow, this is a lost trade deadline. I mean, you have no other third
What,
baseman you could
what
get.
is he doing? He's done. Oh my god, he's let everybody slip away that we thought that we were gonna get. And Eugenio Suarez is off the board. The Mariners are winning the division. Like I think they're really winning the division now.
I mean, you got Eugenio Suarez and Josh Naylor at the corner infield. This team is starstruck.
I really thought that Josh Naylor would honestly would mean like they're not gonna get Suarez. What the heck is he doing, dude? All right, should we get back to this game recap real quick, and then we'll talk about all the trades in a bit.
Yeah, so in the bottom of the third, the Brewers go 1-2-3. In the top of the fourth, Kyle Tucker with a 2-out walk. The Cubs can't do anything. Man, that defeated the mood. Like, I was in a good mood talking about how big of a
God.
knockdown baller is, how it changed the trajectory of the season, and then just that happens. Um, Bottom of the fourth, William Contreras takes an outside pitch oppo for his second home run of the game, his eighth on the year. This ball's hit 387, 103 miles an hour. Neither of his home runs were moonshots. They both kind of barely got out. This was a pitch that kind of just kept going. Like, oh, Tucker goes the wall. Like, it looked like an easy fly up, but the ball just kept going. Brewers don't get anything else going in the inning. DL Hall comes in the top of the fifth. Cubs can't do anything off of him. Bottom of the fifth, Blake Perkins hits a double. Joey Ortiz hits a single. So you got runners on the corner with one out. Sal Frelick hits a sac fly, but then Shota gets out of it. Huge strikeout on Isaac Collins there. This was a 2-2 pitch, and he throws a high fastball and gets Collins to swing through it. How big was that for Shota Imanaga to get out of that jam with only one run?
I mean, it was pretty big because it could have amounted to a lot more. Game could have got away. So or not got away, but went from maybe they tie the game or something like that. So yeah, they're pretty big for him. And honestly, that South Philly ball, like off the bat, it looked pretty dangerous. But then Tucker was able to settle under it. So you're
Yeah,
chilling.
and then DL Hall's a lefty, so they bring in JT. JT hits a weak ball down the line. Like, this is a bloop double. He hit this ball 71 miles an hour, 225 feet. Just barely gets down. A double's a double, though. And then Dansby rips a ball into the gap. This ball is hit 370 feet, 106 miles an hour. A great piece of hitting from Dansby. Makes this a 3-run lead, 6-3 Cubbies. And then Matt Shaw hits a ball to Durbin. He beats it out for an infield single. Michael Bush grounds out second baseman Terang to Vaughn. So the runners stay in place, or they advance second and third. So basically the same thing as a sac bunt. And then Tuck hits his 21st double on the year. This ball is hit 104 miles an hour, smoked lefty lefty, makes it an 8-3 game. Do you kind of know the Cubs were winning after that Tuck double?
Yeah, honestly, I think so. The three turning into a five. Tuck has been hitting the ball. Finally he's starting to get back into his groove. Hasn't hit a homer since that Boston game on Saturday on Fox, but yeah, good piece of hitting. Barely went fair. Just barely landed on the fair side. But yeah, great piece of hitting. And yeah, I think this was really when it went from up in the air to all right, I think we got this one.
Yeah, and then Sale walks, PCA hit by a pitch. They bring in Anderson. Kelly pops out. Nico lines out. This ball was smoked, but Cubs can't do anything else with the bases loaded. Brad Keller comes in 1-2-3 inning. Top of the seventh, the Cubs go down 1-2-3, three strikeouts. And then in the top of the seventh, Keller gives out a one-out single to Blake Perkins, but then Seiya Suzuki makes a hell of a play on Siegler, a sliding catch for 3 outs. I've been saying it. I'll keep saying it. Seiya Suzuki is an average defensive outfielder in left field. He's not good in right field. It's a complete difference. As much as you guys want to say it's not, it is a big difference with Seiya in left field.
No, it really is. Yeah. I mean, obviously, more of you focus on him just catching the ball, but left is a very, different position than right because you got the long throw to third. Everything's kind of right in front of you when you're in left. So yeah, I like him in left a lot better. I think, I honestly think Ian Happ needs to prove himself soon, or else I mean, you move Saya to left, DH Happ, Mo Baller, kind of trade spots there, and then if Happ doesn't prove himself in a little bit, well then, you know, decision may have to be made there.
Yeah, Matt Shaw, stay hot, kid. You're gonna be the starting third baseman for the Cubs in the playoffs.
Yeah, here we go. Matt Shaw. Listen, Matt Shaw. Here's his job's up in the air, and he balls out. Like, listen, I hate that we didn't get him, but you can't go back now. This is Matt Shaw's position, and he's got to stay hot. Like, this is, he's the everyday third baseman now.
In the same breath, you got to get some form of backup or insurance for Shaw.
You need a bat. I mean, we thought Suarez was going to be the bat. You need a bat now. I mean, oh man, this killed the mood.
Yeah, it did. Um, Top of the eighth, Cubs go 1-2-3, three-way trade. The Dodgers are receiving. Oh, the Reds trade was a three-way trade. We'll go over that later, but Passon just gave out the full details on the Reds trade. That was a three-way trade, actually. The Dodgers got three guys, the Rays got two, and then obviously the Reds got little. And bottom of the eighth, the Brewers go down 1-2-3 to Caleb Thielbar. Top of the ninth, PCA hits a leadoff double, his 30th on the year. I want to congratulate him, reaching 30 doubles already. And then Kelly flies out, moves PCA over to third. Nico sack fly. And then Ian Happ hits his 15th home run of the year. This ball smoked. Sinker right down the middle, 401 feet. Nice to see Ian Happ get a good swing because he hasn't had many of those as of late and get some confidence.
Yeah, I agree. We thought he was gonna be on the IL, but he comes back today, pinch hits. First AB strikeout, pretty brutal at bat, but then, I mean, he roped that homer. So good to see him. Hopefully, start to get the wheels in motion and get back on track.
In the bottom of the ninth, Danny P comes in. He gives out a 2-out single to Durbin, but he gets out of it. The Cubs win this ball game 10-3. Final thoughts?
Dominant, right? They dominated literally first pitch to final pitch, and yeah, I mean, great all around win. Would have loved to see one more, especially on Monday instead of blowing that 3-0 lead. But we'll take one. We're one game back. We got the tiebreaker. I mean, you focus on beating Baltimore, and then when you get there, you win the 5-game series against Milwaukee back at the friendly confines.
100% there. Um, so we'll take a look at the Cubs pitching. Shota Imanaga gets the start for the Cubs. He goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. All of them are earned. No walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 home runs. It's down to 3.25 ERA. No complaints with this start.
Not at all. I mean, great start from Shota. His pen looked a little off, but I mean, he was all good. He was locked in from the start. Good, really good stuff from him, and good to bounce back after the massacre on Friday. So I saw back to back starts from him, and glad that I got one good one.
Yeah, and the Cubs core three pitched in the end of this game because they didn't have much action in the series. Keller goes 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He's now at a 2.87 ERA. Thielbar goes an inning, 1-2-3, gave up nothing. He's now at a 2.08 ERA. Danny P comes in for an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. He's now at a 1.4 ERA. No complaints with the Cubs bullpen. They did what they needed to do.
Yeah, and I mean got the job done. They had seven, or they didn't have seven. They had five at the start. But yeah, good day from them. And Passon just tweeted midnight trades rule. I completely agree with that. I love just sitting in bed or laying down and just seeing big trades come in. These are my favorites. So I'm hoping we can get a couple more here. Hopefully a Cubs one. But yeah, these kind of trades are my favorite.
This Mariners lineup's going to be deadly, man.
I
J
think,
Rod.
dude, they might win the World Series. Like I'm not kidding you.
Their
They
rotation's crazy too. Brian Wu, Logan Gilbert, stat.
Yeah, you just added Naylor,
You also got
Suarez.
Munoz in the back end of the bullpen, one of the best closers in the game.
I mean, now they have Suarez, Big Dumper, Naylor. I mean, oh
J
my
Rod.
dude, J Rod.
And they are still only one game ahead in the wild card.
That's gonna change soon. I have a feeling
That would
in maybe
be listen to me, hear me out. That'd be hilarious if they don't make the playoffs.
that'd be a waste. There's no way. I'm telling you, they're gonna win the division. They're gonna beat the Astros.
That's a hot take, but we'll see how it pans out. All right, so my player of the game from today's ball game, I think it's a pretty obvious one. PCA, he went 3 for 4 on the day with 2 doubles, 2 runs, an RBI. Just another amazing day and a reason why he should be the MVP.
Yeah, agree. I'm gonna go Big Mo Baller. Only saw, I believe, was it two ABs? Yeah, two ABs. I mean, almost beat out his first AB for an infield single. There, it was just a good play. But second AB, again, we talked about it. Maybe even the biggest hit of the season for the Cubs so far. 3-run double, clearing the bases. I'll go Mo Baller. Give him some love.
I totally agree with that right now. That was the biggest swing of the Cubs season for sure. All right, so we'll get into this Orioles series preview as the Orioles come to Chicago for a 3-game series. The Cubs have an off day tomorrow, so the front office can get their head out of their butt and worry about making some trades and getting a better ball club for this playoff push. All right, so Friday the projected starters for the Cubs is Cade Horton. He's 4-3 on the year with a 3.67 ERA. He has a 1.31 WHIP and 68 and 2/3 of an inning. For the Orioles, it's projected to be Trevor Rogers as long as he doesn't get traded. He's 4-1 on the year right now with a 1.49 ERA with a 0.79 WHIP and 48 and a third of an inning. So he's been deadly. Very good year for him. And then on Saturday for the Cubs, it's Ben Brown. He's 5-7 on the year with a 6.22 ERA, with a 1.48 WHIP, with 88 and a third of an inning. As long as he doesn't get traded or Soroka doesn't pitch, or if they get another guy. And then for the Orioles, it's Tamayuki Sagano. He's 8-5 on the year with a 4.38 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, in 109 innings. And then in the rubber match of this series on Sunday, for the Cubs, it's Matty Boyd. He's 11-4 on the year with a 2.47 ERA, with a 1.06 WHIP in 123 and 2/3 of an inning. And for the Orioles, he'll probably be traded, but as of right now, Zach Eflin. He's 6-5 on the year with a 2.96 ERA and with a 1.42 WHIP and 71 in the third inning. For the Orioles, Ramon Laureano leads them in home runs with 15. Gunnar Henderson, or Ramon Laureano, Gunnar Henderson, and Cedric Mullins are the three big guys for this team right now. Mullins, he might get traded. I'm not sure. Will probably be a different looking team from the roster right now to tomorrow because I'm sure they'll sell and make some trades. Um, Laureano on the year has a 290 batting average with 15 bombs and 46 RBIs. Gunnar Henderson's hitting 285 with a 354 on base percentage and a 464 slugging percentage. Cedric Mullins has 15 bombs on the year with 49 RBIs. What's your favorite matchup?
I'm gonna go with Sunday because it's Matthew Boyd, and I don't expect Eflin to be there on Sunday. So I think we should handily win that game. I think we should honestly handily sweep this series. I'm not gonna lie.
100%. My least favorite has got to be Trevor Rogers. Nothing against Cade, but he's a 1.49 ERA, and he's been lights out since he's
But
got.
I also think he might also be not even starting that day. So I'm
Yeah,
not gonna.
a
I'll
lot of
just say,
questionables.
yeah, exactly. You're right. It's tough to make it like a prediction right now.
Yeah, for sure. So now I want to take a little bit of a look into the Cubs trade that they made tonight. The Cubs acquired Mike Soroka from the Washington Nationals for their 13th prospect Ronnie Cruz and their 14th Christian Franklin. Despite a tough comeback road from two Achilles tears, the Cubs are betting on Soroka's durability improving and his command rebounding. He gives them a depth starter option or a long reliever for this playoff push, especially given the struggles of Ben Brown. He's likely going to be a number 4 or 5 starter and a bulk reliever. It's a low risk gamble for a team in playoff uh, contention. And the Nationals are receiving Ronnie Cruz. This kid's a stud, Nationals fans. He's going to be very good in a couple of years. And on our show a couple of things ago, I'm like, Ronnie Cruz has got to be untouchable. This kid's going to be a stud.
And we didn't even give him up for a big package. We gave him up for Michael Soroka.
Yep. He's got plus speed, a very good glove, and a nice contact hitter. He's hitting 282 in high A with good bat to ball skills, but not a lot of power. His fielding, he's got some smooth footwork, above average arm, and projects as a shortstop or second baseman. A comparison for him is early career Cesar Hernandez. He's probably going to be a future infielder with a ceiling as an everyday second baseman, shortstop. And then the other guy is Christian Franklin, the Cubs' 14th prospect. He's an outfielder at age 24. He's an above average speed in defense and an average arm. His bat mixes power and speed through contact rate lags. He's has a 240 average with 18 bombs in Double A and Triple A. He can play center field or the corner outfields. His Some of his risks are his approach, and he's very strikeout heavy. He's projected to be a fourth outfielder or a bench bat. He probably will make his debut towards the back end of this year. Soroka's on an expiring deal this year, so this will be a rental. He's struggling with a 5.717 ERA, but I did read it was a lot of unlucky stuff. So don't let the ERA kind of control you there. The Cubs gain an MLB arm who can throw for bulk, whether it's in the bullpen or in a starting role. The Nationals get two mid tier prospects rebuilding with long term control and talent. What are your overall thoughts and grades?
You gave up too much. Soroka, not a bad pitcher, honestly. He'll probably be in the bullpen, maybe get moved to the rotation in the playoffs because he does have playoff experience. Um, but I would probably, I mean, I would give this a B. I just think they gave up too much. I would have rather them gave like maybe like a Jack Neely. I heard that um Angel Cepeda was in the deal. I would have been okay with that, but you move Ronnie Cruz instead, who's the 13th instead of the 17th. But yeah, I feel like they gave up too much.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The Eugenio Suarez return is two pitchers and a first baseman. The first baseman is Tyler Lockyer. He is the ninth overall prospect for the Mariners right now. So I'm gonna give the Cubs a B minus. Soroka's kind of taking Chris Flexen's role. Honestly, he can start games if you need. He can pitch bulk. He can pitch late innings, early innings, whatever you kind of need. Um, just kind of he'll pitch whatever you need for them. And as the Nationals, you got two stud prospects. Franklin is more MLB ready now, opposed to Ronnie Cruz is going to take some time to develop, but he'll be a top 100 prospect in a couple of years. Overall thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you. B minus. They give up too much. Would like to see them give up maybe like a 25 to 20 prospect. Maybe like, I mean, maybe Fernando Cruz, someone around there. But again, I just think they gave up too much. I don't really like them moving Ronnie Cruz.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So now we'll take a look into all of the trades from today and talk a little ball. So the first trade of the day started bright and early this morning as the Yankees acquired Austin Slater. He's an outfielder on the White Sox in exchange for a minor league righty, Gage Zeal. He was the Yankees' 18th ranked prospect. Jack Curry from NYY Sports broke this. New York adds right-handed outfield depth with Judge currently on the IL. What are your kind of thoughts? I personally like this trade for the Yankees.
I do. I think it's a win-win. Austin Slater kind of brings another bat to that lineup, which I think they need. And I like the White Sox return. They're obviously not trying to go get these big name guys. They're still just trying to build up prospects and stuff. So yeah, I think it's a win-win. I'll give both of the teams a B plus.
Yeah, and then the Braves acquired right-handed reliever Tyler Kinley from the Rockies in exchange for minor league righty Austin Smith. Mark Feinsand broke this news. Kinley owns a 5.66 ERA in 49 appearances. I don't know why the hell Atlanta made this move. They're not in contention. That doesn't make sense to me. I'll give them a C plus. For the Rockies, means just a prospect. I'll give them a B.
Yeah, I actually agree with you there. Again, Rockies, they're just trying to build their farm system up. They're not going to be good for a while, so they're just trying to, be good in like 8 years. But with the Braves, they're just acting like buyers right now. We're acting like they're trying to get a little better. They're not in contention. They shouldn't be giving away, pieces to just go out and win 75 games this year. So yeah, I don't really like their move either.
And then the Angels acquire relievers Luis Garcia and Andrew Chafin from the Nationals in exchange for left-hander Jake Eater. Jeff Passan and Ken Rosenthal break this news. The Angels, with a 4.9% chance to make the playoffs, are buyers. Angels, C. Why are you buying? It makes no sense to me. You get two middle of the pack relievers. I'll give them a C. And then for the Nationals, I'll give them a B plus. You get a solid guy for two decent relievers.
I like this move for the Angels. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm middle about it. I'm cheering for the Angels to make the playoffs this year. They haven't been really this close in a while. Usually at this point they're like 15 games back. So I think it's just their front office being like, "Oh, like we got a shot here, like an outside chance." They're not trying to get substantially better. They're just trying to get a little better, maybe get some juice going so they can maybe sneak in. I think they have the chance to. I would love to see it, but yeah, I'll go B minus for Anaheim, or not Anaheim, the Los Angeles Angels, and then for the Nationals I'd just go B plus. I like their return.
And I wouldn't call this a blockbuster trade, but this was a huge trade. The Reds acquired third baseman Brian Hayes from the Pirates in exchange for Taylor Rogers and Sammy Sturfa. For the Pirates, I'm going to give them a B. I like the return. Sturfa has high upside, and especially at the shortstop position, they need more prospects there. And then Taylor Rogers is a reliable bullpen arm. I'll give them a B on this trade. And for the Reds, I'm going to give them an A minus. I really like this personally. Brian Hayes is a young bat with a lot of upside. You're going to have him under control for a little while. I love this move for the Reds.
I agree. Like they're buying, right? Like the Reds, they're right there. People were kind of confused. They were like, I don't know why they're doing this, because they're really good and they're trying to get a lot better. I really love this move for them. I mean, always big names in the division. I mean, I would honestly consider this probably a blockbuster. Keep Brian Hayes, very good ball player, going to a team, who's seeking a playoff run this year. I definitely think they can make it.
Just for you guys to note, Hayes signed a contract extension in 2022 and has 5 years of club control remaining on his deal. So he'll be a Red for a long time. And then in the next deal, the Mets acquired right-hander reliever Tyler Rogers from the Giants for righty Blake Tidewell and outfielder Drew Gilbert and Jose Butto from Ken Rosenthal and Robert Murray. Rogers has been fantastic this year, and his identical brother Taylor was also traded on this day, so that was a pretty funny coincidence. For the Giants, I'm giving them an A plus. I love, love, love this return. Jose Butto is a promising back into the bullpen arm. Drew Gilbert is going to be a stud. Calling it right now. I love this trade. But for the Mets, not all bad. I know you had to overpay, but a B. They have the best back end of the bullpen right now in the league.
Yeah, I agree. Giants, I'll give them an A plus. I think. I mean, I completely agree with you. Like, I'd honestly be repeating what you're saying, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I like the Giants. Again, their bullpen, on fire right now, and the Mets. I mean, I'll give them B plus.
I'm going to be breaking to you this live. The Cubs have just made a trade.
Hold on, don't tell me. Let me figure it out. Who is it from?
The Orioles.
Oh, no, no, no. What? Ken Rosenthal or Jeff Passan?
This was John Heyman.
Oh, John Heyman. So it's probably not a blockbuster. But hold on, let me figure it out. Uh, eh, I guess I'll take it.
I don't mind that move at all. Andrew Kitteridge, welcome to the Cubs. He's 2-2 on the year with a 3.45 ERA. No complaints. He has playoff experience. I'm completely fine with this move.
Yeah, I'll take it. Not the blockbuster that we want, but it's another arm, so we're good. Jed, keep cooking. I want one more before I go to sleep tonight.
Bob Nightingale said that the deal was completed earlier in the day and will be announced in the morning. So, not a bad move at all. I don't really complain, but Jed still not a great move, but not terrible. I'm kind of fine with it. Decent arm. All good. So next trade is Caleb Ferguson was traded to the Mariners in exchange for Jeter Martinez, Seattle's 13th ranked prospect. For the Mariners, I'll give them a B. Not a bad bullpen arm with a lefty. For the Pirates, I'm going to give them an A. They got the 13th ranked prospect for an old bullpen reliever.
Yeah, again, I mean, these are, the non big trades. So yeah, I mean, I'll give B plus to both of them. I think, I mean, I don't, it's not a huge trade, but I like both of their returns.
Yeah. Shout out Michael Cerami. He was on both of the trades. A name to keep in mind for the Cubs we've lost sight of lately is Mike Soroka. 40 minutes before the trade, and then I an hour before he said another name to keep in mind for the Cubs at the deadline nears is reliever Andrew Kitterledge. 2 for 2, Michael Cerami. Who are we getting next?
Does he have any names else? Maybe like Mara Kelly, Zach Gallen on there, maybe.
Just maybe, just maybe. And then another kind of blockbuster, I'd say. The Phillies acquire Johan Duran for Mick Abel and catching prospect Eduardo Tate, the fourth and sixth prospect. The Phillies, I'm going to give them an A. This was a great trade. They just got one of the best relievers in the game. For the Twins, not a bad return at all. I'm giving them an A minus. Win-win trade.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think it's an A plus for Philly. Their pitching was really good. It just got a lot better. And yeah, for the Twins, a really good return. I'm going A plus Phillies, A minus Twins.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then another blockbuster closer trade. The Mets acquired Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals in exchange for Jesus Baez, who's their eighth ranked prospect, and right-handed relievers Nate Dom and Frank Ezelsalt. I'm gonna give the Mets an A. Great trade. Cardinals B minus. They could have gotten way more for Helsley.
Yeah, Cardinals, I think, got fleeced here. They could have, yeah, like you said, they could have got a lot more. Ryan Helsley's a very valuable arm. Mets A minus, Cardinals B minus.
I like that. I like that a lot. And then, as we talked about the Mike Soroka trade, Cubs give them a B. Not terrible move. Nationals, I'm gonna give them an A.
Um, yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. I'll give the Nats an A. Yeah, I'll go A both sides.
Yeah, I like that. And then for our next trade, sorry, I'm pulling them up. This is kind of a smaller one. We don't have to grade it. The Tigers acquired Rafael Montero, reliever, for Jim Jarvis. And then the Reds acquired Zach Littell from the Rays for Brian Van Bell and minor league lefty Adam Suransky. Reds, I'm giving this an A. Great trade. Mariners, or sorry, Rays, I'll give them a B plus. Win-win.
Yeah, another win-win or win-win. This is another guy I wanted the Cubs to get. They let that slip away, but yeah, I really like this return for Cincinnati.
Yeah, so do I. And then the Astros acquired infielder Ramon Urias for right-hander in single A. Twin Palmer, that's a cool name. Houston needed another third baseman with Isaac Paredes out long term with a hamstring injury. Astros, I'll give them a B, not a big flashy name, but does a job. And then Orioles, I'll give them another B, just kind of a okay trade.
Yeah, I agree with you there. An okay trade. Um, yeah, an okay trade. Not a stare at your phone for a while wondering if it's real.
Yeah. And then our next trade is our guy Steven Matzy was sent to the Red Sox for Blaze Jordan, or the Cardinals. My bad. Steven Matz was sent to the Red Sox from the Cardinals for Blaze Jordan. This is another win-win. I'm gonna give the Red Sox a B plus. They needed left-handed help in their back end of the bullpen. Matzy's a solid reliever, and the Cardinals just got one of the biggest power prospects in Blaze Jordan. This is for the Cardinals. I hate to say it, it's an A. This was a great pickup, especially for Steven Matz. And then for Steven Matz, I already gave that one. I'll give them a B plus.
I love Blaze Jordan. I mean, he hits nukes, like you said. Like he's a really good ball player. I'm going A for the Cardinals. I'll go B plus for Boston. I think it's a win-win all around. I just like the potential of Blaze Jordan. He's an absolute tank. I'm worried to face him when the time comes.
Yeah, so am I. He's one of the best bats in the prospects right now. Our next trade, this is a part of the uh Reds Littell trade. In the second half of it, the Rays flipped Adam Serwinski to the Dodgers along with Paul Garvisi and Ben Ravnault in exchange for Hunter Fiducia. I don't really know much about this. I'm not going to give a grade.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was kind of shocked at like the names. Like I'm not too familiar with this. So I'm not gonna give a grade, and I'm not gonna judge any teams here.
Yeah, that's understandable. And I assume with this Kitteridge move, Ryan Presley will probably be DFA'd. That's probably Ryan Presley's spot. Not terrible. All right, so then our last trade, Eugenio Suarez is heading to the Mariners for the ninth prospect, Tyler Locklear, and then pitching prospects, the 16th and 17th, Hunter Carton and Juan Burgos. Come on, Jed, you could have given up your ninth prospect in 16th and 17th. That's terrible.
I mean, that's like we thought we were gonna have to give up Casey and Alcantara for Suarez. Maybe not that much, but a package like that, and you wouldn't have even had to give up Casey. Like, oh my god, dude! I just
And
I'm
then the most
lost.
recent move, Andrew Kittleredge to the Cubs. We don't know the return yet. This is I like the move. I don't mind it at all. Experienced veteran, and he's probably going to be the Cubs' eighth or seventh inning man. I like this move. I'll give it an A.
I'm honestly not going to grade it until I see the return because I'm worried. I'm really worried that we gave up way too much.
Yeah, as of right now, without the return, I like it. I don't know what the return is. So we'll take a look around the MLB. So starting off, obviously the Cubs W. The White Sox pummeled on the Phillies, got their 40th W on the year, and another series W coming out of the All Star break. Miguel Vargas and Edgar Caro hit 3-run shots. The Blue Jays beat the Orioles 9-8. The Blue Jays scored 5 in the seventh to take the lead. The Tigers beat the D-backs 7-2. Kerry Carpenter with a two-run bomb, and Jake Rogers with a two-run bomb. Chris Paddock gets the W in his first Tiger start. The Red Sox pummel the Twins 13-1. Jaron Duran with a two-run shot and a great start from Brian Bayo. The Astros beat the Nationals 9-1. Jose Altuve with a four-hit game and Yanir Diaz with a three-run shot. The Royals beat the Braves 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. Salvi Perez hit a walk-off single to send the home fans happy. The Pirates beat the Giants 2-1. The Pirates win this game in extra innings. Isaac Matson shoves in the last inning to get the W for the Pirates. The Padres beat the Mets 5-0, and the Mets get swept. Gavin Sheets with the two-run shot. Manny Machado, two-run single. Yu Darvish shoved. And the Guardians beat the Rockies 5-0. David Fry with a two-run shot. The Rays lost to the Yankees 5-4. Ryan McMahon with a walk-off single in the 11th inning. The Reds beat the Dodgers 5-2. Spencer Steer hit the go-ahead triple. The Marlins beat the Cardinals 2-0. Jesus Sanchez hit a 439 two-run shot. Kel Quantrill shoved with the shutout. Not a bad start from Miles Michaelis, though.
Real quick, do you think Edward Cabrera is a Cub tomorrow?
I hope so, man. Like that's my goal. If we get Edgar Cabrera, I will make this a W trade deadline.
I agree. I agree. Honestly, with the okay, what we predicted was I wanted either a starter and a couple low end relievers, or like a star back end of the bullpen kind of guy, like a shutdown guy, and then maybe like a back end rotation guy. So Soroka, I have a feeling will be the flexin. He'll be in the bullpen, but he can start if you need him to. Kittredge will probably take over Presley. Oh, like if you can get a starter, a 2 or 3 starter tomorrow, it's a W deadline. But if you get like a 5 starter, I'm gonna say it's a I won't say complete L, but it's not a W at all. If you can't get a
Are you considering Adrian Hauser a 5 starter?
I'm not. No, I would consider eight if Adrian Hauser if we trade for Adrian Hauser and then make one more bullpen move, it's a W trade deadline. I would be completely fine with Adrian Hauser being the only starter.
I'm fine with that as well. Um, the Rangers beat the Angels 6-3. Adolis Garcia 2-run shot, and then the Athletics beat the Mariners 5-4. Miguel Andujar 2 home run game. Anything around the league that you want to talk about?
Nothing except I wish Jed was more active.
Then we will play MLB Pickle. We'll start off. Welcome to the Cubs, Mike Soroka. Or it didn't pick us, Mike Soroka. Oh man, picks us Trent Grisham, but we got the division down at AL East righty from the USA. We'll go Rays. Junior Caminero. I know he's not from the USA. We'll get the team though first. On the Rays, righty from the USA. On the Red Sox, Trevor Story. He's on the Red Sox, a righty from the USA. I'll go Brian Bayo to see if he's a pitcher. He's a starting pitcher, righty from the USA on the Sox.
Starting pitcher, ready? Walker Bueller.
That's a good one. Might be Walker. There we go. Walker Bueller is your MLB Pickle Player of the Day. Now we'll play some Immaculate Grid.
Astros Twins starting off.
Astros pitcher.
Carlos Correa. No, Astros Twins.
Oh, Correa, yeah.
Astros Phillies. Did Dallas? No, I don't think Dallas Keuchel was a Philly.
Yeah, we could do Dallas Keuchel for the pitched one, though.
Oh yeah, we could.
2%. I'll take that. Hall of Fame on the Twins. Tomey was a twin, right?
He was.
Yep, Jim Tomey. And then Phillies Hall of Famer.
Roy Halladay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Roy.
Hall of Fame pitched Randy Johnson.
Go. Pitched for the A's. We'll go Luis Severino.
We are cooking today.
Until we get to these teams.
Yeah, seriously, you're right. Okay. A's Twins. Boy.
A's Twins. Man. Sorry, I'm posting about the Kittredge move. Honestly, he'll probably take Krisky's spot.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a chance he's taking Presley's spot. I mean, they'll DFA someone else, but I feel like Presley's gonna. Could have gone. I don't know. Did Brian Dozier? Yeah, Brian Dozier played for both, I think. Right?
For who?
A's and Twins.
I think so, yeah.
I think he did, yeah. No.
I'm kind of lost on this one, man. I'm going to give up.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. Fun one, and hopefully the Cubs make some moves tomorrow. We'll do a post-deadline show tomorrow. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys in the next episode.
Let's go, Jed.